Well, you know, more opportunities to gamble recently opened up when the state of Maryland expanded legalized gambling to include sports betting online. Now, that can be tough for someone who is addicted to gambling or has fought gambling before. Someone like Kenny Crawford. He is a recovering addict and peer recovery support specialist. Kenny joins us along with Mary Drexler. She is the program director of the Maryland Center of Excellence on Problem Gambling. Thank you both for joining us this afternoon. March is National Problem Gambling Awareness Month. First of all, help us understand problem gambling. What is it?
Well, you know, at the center, we try and promote healthy and informed choices when it comes to gambling and problem gambling. And I think with problem gambling, a vast majority of individuals can gamble and keep it safe and keep it fun. But there is a percentage of individuals who can't do that and find themselves developing a problem. Some of the signs of developing the gambling problem could be lying about the gambling, hiding the gambling activity. We have individuals who've called us who have like hidden bills and bank statements so family members don't find out about it. They have withdrawal symptoms like any other addiction when they try and stop. It could be irritability, or depression. It could be physical headaches. People don't realize, and it didn't get recognized as an addiction until 2013 in the diagnostic manual.
That's amazing. So with Maryland's expansion of online gambling, have you seen an increase in people with problems?
It went to the actual brick and mortar casino sports bet back in January of last year, but it came mobile just before Thanksgiving of fiscal year of 2022. And yes, we have seen more calls coming in. And some of our concerns are it does impact a younger demographic, especially a younger male demographic. So some of our peers have definitely seen more calls from college-age youth. Wow. And there are concerns about that, use of financial aid, losing money, getting caught up in, especially mobile.
Yeah.
It's at your fingertips. You don't have to get dressed and go out the door anymore to a casino. You can gamble from your living room couch. It's accessible and available.
Kenny, we've had you on the show before, and you've told us your story, but could you share with us the problems you had?
Yeah, so I grew up in a gambling atmosphere. I have a family. My mother is actually, I watched her go through divorces, lose her house, and I never thought I had a problem with gambling until later in life. I have a substance abuse disorder, and so I grew up with that. I was in rehab, and I finally hit my rock bottom back about 7 years ago, and I've gambled, but my gambling really took off after I got sober, and so I had a lot of problems with it, and just spent all my time at the casino or online gambling.
Did you trade one addiction for the other?
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And did you have the red flags that Mary mentioned with lying?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that comes with it.
Yeah. Yeah. So how can, if someone's watching and they're like, wow, that sounds like me, how can they get help?
Well, number one, here in Maryland, and now nationally, the number to call is 1-800-GAMBLER. You can call, text, or chat. We're noticing more and more, and I'm sure it's because of young adults doing text. Or you can go to helpmygamblingproblem.org, which is a website really set up for either the person who is having the gambling problem or their family members who are impacted by the gambler's activity. And here in Maryland, treatment is at no cost to the gambler or their family member, so they need to know that.
And Kenny, I mean, obviously you reached that point where you said, I need help.
Yes.
Is it hard to just basically take that step, because you know you're eventually going to take away something that you're addicted to?
Yeah. Well, through the 12-step programs and you know, with Gamblers Anonymous also, you know, as a spiritual person, as a spiritual, most of the step programs are spiritual. I tell you the truth, it took like one day for me to realize that gambling just wasn't for me. I was sitting in a casino and I caught a guy cheating at the poker table, and I was just looking around instead of seeing all the, the bright lights and the excitement. For me, it just was, I'm done. This
Yeah.
is kind of, it felt seedy, and it just wasn't for me. And I attribute that to the program.
The program.
Yep.
So, real quickly, your best advice to give anybody who may be facing what you once faced?
I first of all, you got to realize that you have a problem, and unfortunately, with gambling, a lot of times we have to hit our rock bottoms, and but what we're trying to do is educate the community and to, where they don't have to reach their rock bottom, and they're, we try to tell them there is help available
Yeah.
for.
And to reach out and call that number.
Yep.
And call that number. And that number again, real quick?
1-800-GAMBLER.
All right. Mary, Kenny, thank you both for coming in
Thank
today.
you so much for having us.
Thank you.